Oh yeah, John, John and Dick are here, the two leads, Bender and Bernard.
Yes.
You want to come up here?
Yes.
John, come up for sure. Aaron's the producer, Tom's the co-director. Who wants to come up here? He's shy though.
Tom is shy.
Aaron, you want to come up? You're a good talker.
Now, for those who aren't aware, this film almost played at the Friars Festival another time, and then it didn't, and now it's back. The reason is not because it was rejected; it's been accepted twice, actually.
Yeah.
We had a copyright issue with the Beatles song. I didn't want to include, but yeah, it's all legal now.
This is Bodo bombing Q&A. See this? Tell us a little bit about, when you started this project, what were you, tell us a little bit about the genesis and origin of where you wanted to go with this project from the beginning.
It started out with, actually, one of my friends, Chip, is here in the audience. He was on a world bender of his own on vacation a few years ago. And it started as a concept about a travel show, about a guy who blacks out every country he visits and traipses around, never knowing how he got to where he got. And it turned into kind of this political, concept over the last year or so. So it's kind of a addiction, revenge, political comedy. And we've been pitching it as a TV series, and also we got feature film in development. But it's been going on for a few years. It's been a project we've been doing since, God, I think I came with that idea in 2006. So, this it's got a lot of legs. It won't die. Bender won't die.
And with it going on that long, did you always have the same actors in mind? And tell us a little bit about your process for working on something that, is kind of a big scale, big picture type of thing, and working with the actors and casting them.
Well, this is totally guerrilla. Like, we shot this in just a few days, and we had a lot of setups, though. It looks like it's got a bigger budget than it did, but we kind of did smoke and mirrors. So we had, it took a few weeks to find. It took a long time to find the right Bender, actually. But when John came through, we knew this guy was the man. A lot of people wanted like more of a Chris Farley type or a Belushi, but I think you had a lot of heart, and you got the pathos and the charm and the good looks.
Yeah.
And then Dick over there was like, we had several Verdes come in, and you just nailed it, dude. You were great.
His
So
voice.
you got you scared me.
Well, under that mild-mannered exterior over there lies, I would say, a very talented, a very talented, zany guy, which attracted me to begin with. And having seen the script, I thought, I got to do this. It was one of those. So it took no decision process at all to make me decide to do it. Thoroughly enjoyed it, I might point out.
And they also did it for free, which is very generous.
And I wasn't working for free, actually, for probably a year or two before that. I was sticking to paid gigs.
Yeah, you never got a paying gig since, have you?
But with the writing, I really like the writing, which your ear for language I really appreciated. But not a lot of directors, not a lot of director-writers have enough confidence to turn over to the actors the opportunity to improvise. I've worked for several writer-directors, and routinely they're got a very specific vision, which makes projects a little frustrating to work on. But despite being there for every single shot, you wanted it to be a collaborative effort.
We had fun with
it. That feels great in comedy in particular, I think.
Right. And is that something that you're stylistically you choose often?
Yeah, well, you write something and then you see how it's read, and then obviously you added a lot of lines you're on your own. So I like throw back to the 1970s type of movies where you did like improv, and like Portlandia, for example, they improv almost all their concepts. So I think that's a great way to do comedy and make it real to the actors, in the moment. So yeah.
And for the parts that are not improvised, how much are you punching jokes in on the beats?
Oh, we were throwing lines at you a lot, man. We took our time. We worked like 16 hours. How many hours did we have you guys go? We were killing you. So yeah, we did. We got a lot of coverage and different attempts. We did the script lines, the scripted ones, and then we also did improvised ones, and several really good ones ended up in there that are straight you.
What I liked about it is sometimes doing comedy, you've got a very particular version of how a joke should play, and that can work, but often I think that can suck the life out of it. It's better if it's got a little more heat to it, a little more in the moment. So
I concur.
Well, thank you for being. Can you tell us a little bit about what your next project is, or where you're moving?
Well, actually, we're friends with, remember It's a Disaster, kind of was the kickoff movie a few years ago? We're friends with the Vacationeers, Jeff Grace and Kevin Brennan and Todd, and those guys are interested in collaborating on a feature bender film that we've been working on. So we've got to finish the script. Tom, you need to help me. You're helping, yeah. So that's the next step. So we'll hopefully be back maybe not next year, unless you want to invite me back just for the retrospective, like we talked
There's going
about
to be a
last night.
retrospective screening. Last year was going to be the preview. This was the screening.
Yeah,
Retrospective
yeah.
screening.
But maybe, yeah, in 2 years we'll come back with a feature. And we're having a World Bender party for the last 4 days in our hotel, so everyone's invited tonight after the Friars Club party.
Terrific. Well, thank you so much for bringing the film. Another round for
Thank
Murphy
you.
Hooker.
Yeah.
So moving on, I would like to now